But congratulations to creator for walking away with a little bit of extra prize money this week. Congratulations. Big shout out to creator. Of course, he was competing earlier in the tournament, but now we are jumping into the grand finals. Let's grand finales here, best of 5, and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Pylon, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the Red Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponents. Oh. We have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the Blue Zerg. The Blue Zerg representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. Hold on, just quickly setting everything up. They were so quick with their vetoes. Ay, ay, ay. They were so fast. Just trying to set up their players, their player names. And here we go. If you're in the chat, predictions. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chats. Coming into this tournament, ByuN, he is the heavy favorite. He has won so many Tuna Cups throughout the history of Sparkling Tuna. We'll see if Solo can keep up. We have some crazy builds. Wait, what is happening? Gas first against 2x Reaper. Okay. Let's go. The reads out of Solar. So, couple of things here. A couple of things are happening. ByuN, he's opening up 2x Reaper. This is a very aggressive opener. This is not all in. This is not all in, but it's very aggressive. It is designed to delay the third. It is designed to contain the Zerg player and to cripple them economically early on while you take a lead, while you settle into your own natural base and build up into a 2-on-1 follow-up, typically. But with the gas opener out of Solar, he already has 100 gas, and he's still mining. Is he Bane? He's Bane busting. He's still mining gas. That is very aggressive, very cheesy, very all in. Solar, and again ByuN, no SCV scout. No, the reads, 0 SCV scout out of ByuN. He has no idea what's going on, and he's gonna get caught with his pants down. Ling speed is on the way. Gas is still being mined. This could be for a Roach Warren as well. True. Is it gonna be for Roaches or Banelings? I'm leaning more towards Banelings here. For now, the Reaper scouts the late expansion. ByuN, he now knows something is wrong. Something is wrong. Something is amiss. Goes into the main. He sees gas mining. He sees Ling speed. And now he knows. He has to get the hell out of here. ByuN, he pulls back. We need bunkers. As Solar, he has a lot of gas. ByuN, third CC? Third CC before fact. He's crazy. Oh my god. The hyper greed out of ByuN. I mean, it's a good call because there's no nest. Okay, there's a lot happening here. Couple of things. ByuN, he scouts, he confirms the gas, and I think he's like, where's the all-in? What is... He confirms a really crazy build. Hold on, I need to Google Translate. Solar, he has 150 gas in the bank, but he's not doing anything with it. There's no bust, which means ByuN, he will get away with a third CC. I need to Google Translate this, because this is crazy what's happened this game. Okay. Sola said, didn't you do this last time? And ByuN's like, what did I do? It's I don't know. I think they might be talking about food again. If there's anyone that can translate, I think that they've talked about what they're getting for dinner before when they compete in Sparkling Tuna Cup. Tuna Cup is a time to discuss dinner. It's like I think that's what they were discussing towards the end. But yeah, ByuN, he's looking good. Greedy follow-up. Solar doesn't punish. Solar, he has wasted gas income here. With that extra gas, early +1 carapace. Interesting. Early +1 carapace is ideal against a 2-on-1, but remember, this is not a 2-on-1, this is a 3cc 2-on-1. Carapace is going to be really fast, true, that will help. And the Overlord does confirm the timing, does confirm the third base. So Solar, he knows. Like, he's aware of how greedy ByuN has been, and ByuN, he will get away with it. ByuN has not seen the early Evo chamber, so ByuN has to be careful when it comes to his move out. If he overcommits, then Solar, he should have the tools to defend. But here we go. I guess Soul's the side favorite. I would say that ByuN is the favorite player here, just because of their history. Again, the last time they played in the finals of Tuna Cup was, I think, 2 weeks ago, and ByuN did 3-0. It was it was a very dominant performance. But I'm hoping for a back and forth for sure. Regardless of how this goes, I want to see a game 4 or a game 5. ByuN, he pokes in, +1 carapace, is not ready for this actually. And ByuN goes to the queens, he gets 1. 1 queen goes down, he's gonna get 1, he's gonna get 2, he might get all 3. Yeah, there's not enough here. There's not enough here for Solar, he breaks through, ByuN overwhelms. That's the question why he's like, but where's my carapace? This shit, GG gets pulled, and ByuN, he takes the lead in the series 1-0. GG. GG, well played. Solar's like, you're not meant to be attacking right now. What's going on? It's over. GG, well played. ByuN moves out a really quirky build here. Again, Solar, he got really early link speed, really early gas. He stayed in gas as well, didn't do anything with it. He tried to stabilize by going into fast +1 carapace, but carapace finished after the game ended. Like, after the game ended, that's when it finished. And with that, GG. GG, well played. ByuN, he was able to strike just before the upgrade kicked in, and with that, ByuN does claim the first game. Hold on, they're bantering. So he said pool first is trash. I'll never do it again. Let's go. ByuN's like, really? Oh god. Solar not happy with his build, but here we go. We're getting into this. Spawning into the bottom left-hand corner of Tokamak, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the Red Terran representing Shopify. It is ByuN. And spawning in the lead in series 1-0. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the Blue Zerg representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. And to be fair, Solar, he didn't say pool first was trash, he said gas pool is trash. So he was specifying the build that he had went for. The early gas into sporting pool. Aye. But again, he did stay in gas. Like, he stayed in gas for an excessive amount of time, and again, he couldn't really do anything with it either. So it's just a really shaky opener. There was potential if he had turned that into like a roach all in or something, but regardless, GG well played. CC first. ByuN, he opens up aggressively in game 1. Here in game 2, CC first into a later Rax. A very greedy build here, but it is safe to cut corners. It is safe to be greedy because where are we? Tokamak. We're on Tokamak. And remember, we had this whole discussion or speech about in the previous series between Showtime and Solar about how Tokamak is known for longer later games. It's known for being a larger map, but more defensive, so you can be greedy, you can cut corners. Oh, CC first into a 2-Rax follow-up. Okay. Do we go for a 3rd Rax? Do we go for a 3rd Rax, or do we go for a 2-on-1? You have my attention. ByuN. He's let him cook. He's cooking. Okay. We got some builds. I can see a world where he goes for a 3rd and 4th Rax behind this and goes for a 4 Rax as a follow-up. Reactor first as well. 0 scouting, 0. The greed here is crazy. Just winding it back. CC first, no SCV scout. Double Rax, Reactor first, no Reaper. So no Reaper scout, no SCV scout. ByuN, this is the greediest build you can go. Again, he has 0 units. Reactor into Tech Lab, 0 units here for ByuN. If this was a gas first, if Solar had gone for the same build 2 games in a row, Solar could have killed ByuN, by the way. ByuN has nothing. And Lings are now moving out, but ByuN, he gets away with it. He gets away with it. Insane greed here by ByuN, and he's turning this into a 2-1-1. 2-1-1. Again, no SCV scout, no Reaper scout. He's assuming that Solar is going for a standard build, and he assumes correctly. After what happened in game 1, just a standard build out of Solar, and ByuN takes the lead. ByuN, he takes the lead here. He's looking quite comfortable. And Solar, he has to bear in mind what's happening. Now, this is going to be a straight up 2-on-1 as well, looks like. So factory into starport. Oh. That's not normal. It's a 2-on-1, no stim. He add-on swaps for Banshee. Okay. Okay. If you remember, during the Gressman era, this was what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Like 2022, 2023, there was a build that ByuN and Maru were very fond of, that they started and then everyone else kind of picked up for a while, was a 2-on-1 with Banshee with delayed medevacs. And the reason why this works is because Solar, what he's got, he saw the 2-on-1, so Solar, he should be skipping spores because he's getting ready for Marines. He's getting ready for an early stim timing, but there is a stim timing coming. It's a delayed stim timing with instead early Cloak Banshee, and because of what Solar saw, he's not going to be ready. He should not be ready for Cloak Banshee because at this level of play, it's all about efficiency, it's all about cutting corners, it's all about being as efficient as possible, so there's no reason for spores here against a 2-on-1. So this is where the 2-on-1 gets delayed, but the Banshee catches your opponent off guard and you can get a lot of economic damage. And again, this was very popular a couple of years ago. So it's been a while since I've seen this. It's been a while. The downside, of course, is that it does mean that your stim timing and your ByuN move out is late because your medevacs are late. You see ByuN, he's revealing his Marines to the Lings. So we have Lings in production and 0 spores, no lair. Okay, we have 1 spore on the way. In between the bases? Question mark? Ooh, okay. Yeah, this is a spore in the main base. This is in position to deter drop play. This is not in position to defend the mineral line. So this Banshee is completely undetected. And again, there's no reason for the Zerg player to be ready for this. That's why this build can work quite well. So here we go. Here comes a Cloak Banshee. Remember, there's no lair. There is 1 spore in the main, kind of. That does help. As the Banshee gets in. Yep, drones are going down. And that's going to be 1, 2, 3 drone kills. A little bit of missed target firing there, but there we go. We have a 4th drone. Remember, there's no spore at the natural. There's no Evo chamber. Sorry, there's no Overseer, I should say, as there's no lair. We get up to 5, 6, 7 drone kills, getting up to 8 drone kills, getting up to 9 as well. Oh. Spore is now done here at the 3rd, thankfully, but there it is, 9th drone. And that is insane damage. For 1 Banshee, 9 drone kills. And ByuN's just chilling. Oh god, he's not done. Oh no. He's not done. He gets 10. Class transfuse. 10 drones go down, and the Banshee does survive, and here comes the actual push. It is delayed, but it hits that much harder because Solar's lost so many drones. Behind this, I mean, with enough Ling Queen, Solar, he can defend. Yeah, with a high Queen count, he should be able to hold on. As 1 Queen does survive, Class Transfuse. ByuN picks up. Better trades for ByuN. Yeah, very nice positioning here, very nice trades. The Queens are running out of transfuse energy. They're running out of transfuse. ByuN, he's tempted. He wants those Queens. He sims in. He wants them. Lings a punish. Ooh. Yeah, some miscontrol there by ByuN. ByuN, he gets too greedy. He will lose every single Marine. And Solar, he's back in this. Ooh, okay, he's back in this again. Just too greedy there from ByuN. He got baited by the Queens. And Solar, what's he rushing into? Hive. What do we see? This looks like Ling Bane into Ultra. So it looks like Ling Bane Ultra out of Solar. ByuN has lost a lot of momentum. Lings, they keep ByuN busy. That base is getting very low. Oof, that does force a cancel. Nice pickoff. ByuN is pushing. But honestly, there's not really that many Marines here. Again, you can see just how much momentum ByuN lost. You can't be throwing away your Marines. As Lings, they come in for the surround. Nice target firing on the Banelings. Oh, as once again, we're late to pick up. A lot of Bio goes down, and Solar, could we even just counterattack from here? Yeah, we can. Solar, he's going for it. Oh, thinks better of it. For now, he's taking. He's taking up. Hive is done. Ultras are on the way. And that's going to be the big power spike for Solar. Because of how shaky the mid game has been for ByuN, he's not ready for this. Banelings ahead into the mineral line. ByuN does split nicely, but oh god, that's still going to be 13 SCV kills, and ByuN has been broken. Before we can even think about the Ultras, now Lings, they do overwhelm. 25 SCV kills, that is critical damage. And again, that's all because ByuN lost those Marines earlier. If they were alive, then he could keep Solar busy. His actual tank move that would be that much more threatening. It all snowballs from there. It's all on a knife's edge. And ByuN shouldn't have an answer to the Ultras. You know, as we get into this, a big shout out to Thriving GG. God, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great ladder session. Hope you had a great time. Damn it, Elo. So we're here in the finals. We're in the grand finals of Sparkling Tuna Cup. Ooh, the CC is on fire. May burn down. Need those mules. Alright, just going up, forcing rid of friendly fire. CC is getting very low. And Solar, he wants that command center. Oh, force to defend, force to react. Boys here just in time to repair. Ultras have been spotted. And again, ByuN, he's not set up for Ghost. He's not set up for it. Lings, they come in for another run by it. Ooh, they force for more friendly fire. Marines going down. And so he needs a little bit more time. What are we waiting for? Waiting for Kindness Plating. Kindness Plating's on the way. 4 more Ultras. Getting up to 5. It's building up that Ultra count. Ah, there we go. Shout out to Melissa for the translation. There's a reason why I mentioned before that I was like, are they talking about food? Wordplay. He's gonna be dropping on the right hand side. Solar, he's maxed out. He's got how many Ultras? He has 5, soon to be just 5. Okay, he's got 5 Ultras. He's got his Lingbane support. It is so crucial here that ByuN is active like this. Now, what is the big weakness of going Lingbane Ultra? Well, as you can see here, no anti-air. There's no anti-air, so you can just pick up and keep dropping. So ByuN, he can just keep on dropping. The Queens are the only real anti-air, and the Spores as well. But there's no Hydras, no Corruptors, no Mutas. As I say that, we have some Hydras in production, so we're working towards some anti-air. But until then, ByuN is buying time. He's buying time, and ByuN, he's establishing his own 4th base. Now, it is not a planetary, it is an orbital, so it's a bit of a weaker location. But ByuN is maxing out. Ooh, mine shots going up. Very nice mine connections. Mine shots are going up. Oof, they shut down the Banelings. The Ultras only remain. And ByuN holds. Wow, ByuN, he does hold on, he does defend at the same time, drops across the map, getting into the mineral line. And Solar, his army's in production, his army's still morphing in. And he gets the base, he gets the expansion. ByuN, he defends well, he buys time, he breaks out. And that window, that power spike that we spoke about is come and gone. There's still no Ghost, true. Still no Ghost, so the Ultras, they still have a potential. Solar forcing friendly fire with those Overseers. Solar collapsing on those Marauders. See another drop on the right. Again, nice multi-prong aggression here from ByuN. Sniping Ultra. Speaking of, he's going to get another Ultra. Another Ultra goes down. There weren't that many to begin with. Down to 2. 2 Ultras left. ByuN is holding. He maintains his 4th, now getting a 5th base. The 5th is going to be a little bit more exposed, so we could see Solar try to punish that. As he is switching into Lurker tech. Okay. Switching into Lurkers. And this is where my one big criticism here for ByuN, as ByuN is soon to be maxing out and he's holding his own. Still no Academy. Still no Ghost Academy. And he's handling himself well against the Ultras at least. But once we get into Lurker tech, we will need those Ghosts. Of course, it depends on the amount of Lurkers. As they hit the 5th. Lurkers are revealed. Liberators will help. Getting on some of the mines. Solo moving in. Does move in. He's got a couple of fungals ready. My Subaru. Liberators late to siege. Yeah, they're late to siege. We got some fungals, but the Ultra's already dealt with, and ByuN holds. Does hold on. Oh, he's running to oh no, he's running into Lurkers. Yeah, no detection. Ay, ay, ay. He runs into the Lunkers. They once again hit the 5th. Ultra's moving back in. ByuN is being denied mining. He's being denied. And ByuN is heavily reliant here on these Liberators. He's making 4 at a time. Liberators, they can be an answer to Lurkers, but oh god, the Metamax! Full Metamax goes down. And this might just be too much. This might just be too much. ByuN, he has no money. He's running out of steam. He's losing bases. That's going to be a CC burning down. And Solo can just max out and do that again. He can just rebuild, remax, do it all again. He has the economy to sustain this. ByuN does not. ByuN can force a fight within the liberation zones though. Okay. Attempts to harass. Vipers are out. They're getting ready for their abductions. And speaking of, does get 2. 2, 3, 4 Liberators get yoinked. 5th one goes down. No more Liberators, no more Liberation Zones. Again, that was the one chance that ByuN had, was trying to fight within range of his Liberators. But it's not happening. And so he dives in. Does launch in. And remember, this all came off of a crazy build out of ByuN. Which I was very appreciative of. But again, ByuN, he got baited, he got a year extended, he lost momentum early, and with that, he never quite got it back. He never got it back. 32 SCV kills. ByuN down to 32 workers. Again, he barely has an economy. He has an army to work with, and he can maybe take one good fight. But really, that's all he has in it. Is that one fight. It goes down. The Lurker count is non-existent. Okay. Lurkers. Nice flying clouds. The Parabomb as well. And GG gets called again. ByuN, he's out of steam, and Solar ties up the series. We have a back and forth. GG, well played. We have that back and forth. Whew, and we're getting into game number 3. Again, ByuN, he had a very spicy build here in game number 2, and hey, it was working out quite nicely until he lost all of his Marines. I'm referring to the fight outside of the 4th base, if you recall, outside of the 4th base, where he tried to snipe all the Queens. He got baited by them. He moved in. He got surrounded. He lost all of his Marines. He lost all of his bio. And from there, he lost his map control. He lost his momentum. He lost his supply, and he never quite got it back. GG. GG, well played. With that, we're now getting into game number 3, and we'll see who takes the lead in this series. As a reminder, it's a best of 5. Best of 5 final, so we have plenty of games ahead of us, plenty more games to come. Up next, we're loading into Torches. Let's go. Let's go. Live with my encounters ultras, no problem. Master Order 2. The problem with those compositions, as we were trying to emphasize, I do apologize if you missed it, is that they don't really scale too well into a longer game. That's also why it was important that Solo was taking into lurkers, and we saw him take some much better fights with his lurkers, is because there were no ghosts, right? There was no ghost setup. There was no further tech there from ByuN. He was kind of stuck with a more of a band-aid solution instead. So I do apologize if I didn't make that clear. But here we go, we're getting into game number 3, and spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the Red Terran representing Shopify Rebellion being forced into a back and forth. We'll see if he can bring back that momentum. It is ByuN for Shopify. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the Blue Zerg representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. We are going to be selling in. We do have an interesting opener here, interesting build out of Solar Gasless. We're going Gasless. Now, this is seen a little more frequently here on Torches. First things first, welcome one all to Torches. Torches is one of the more unorthodox maps in the map pool, and it is one of the maps where it is more viable to delay your gases. Typically, though, we would delay it even further. This was a hatch pool opener into a later gas geyser. Now, typically what this means and what this leads into is a faster third base. You mine through these patches and you decide to wall up this ramp. Again, as opposed to other maps, we have a ramp coming into the natural, and you have a potential quote-unquote pocket base as well that you can rush into. Because of that, you can delay Ling speed, defend with Ling Queen, and then get into Roach play instead. We saw this a lot more frequently on maps like Radisson Station, in the previous map pool, on the map where you had a pocket natural base in your own main. I forget the name of the map, but there were definitely maps here where it was a little bit more viable to kind of get into this kind of play. El Dorado, true, that was another one. El Dorado, we often saw gasless openers. There's not that I'm thinking of. It was El Dorado and another one we had a pocket base last season. Where your pocket base was a gold, but was also exposed to your opponent. Ooh, we are skipping Ling speed. Yes, I would assume into Roaches. We are going into 2-base Muta. Really fast lair. Okay. So no Ling speed, insanely fast lair, second gas is on the way. This feels like 2-base Muta. Technically, there's a weird build where you can go 2-base Swarm Host. Short rush distance by air, both would be viable here. For now, I'm leaning more towards Spire and Muta play. Crazy build out of Solar, we'll see if he gets away with it. He does get Ling speed. So late Ling speed out of Solar, he does invest though. Interesting. Does invest. Meanwhile, ByuN is going for a third CC before Starport. So economic build here by ByuN, and the scouting is being denied. This is another reason why this is viable here, is because, as you can see, there's no Reaper Cliff into the main. To get into the main base, you have to get into the natural, and you can see that the Queens and Lings are in position to make sure that doesn't happen. So ByuN, he has no scouting of the main base. And there it is, 2-base Muta. So 2-base Muta here. Once we saw the lair, this was the most viable option here for Solar. And again, ByuN is in the dark. ByuN is in the dark, he has to piece together what's going on. He has to figure out what's happening. Behind this, ooh, he is going into a Viking, into fast stim. Okay. From here, add-on swap, you have no Banshee. So it's not 3cc Banshee, it's going to be 3cc Viking into a bio setup. And ByuN, he's playing blind. To be fair, if you remember, he also played blind last game. So this is a really good way to abuse the chances and the risks that ByuN often does take. Solar, he confirms that stim is being researched early. Remember, this is earlier stim than usual because typically we do invest into Banshees and Cloak. So this will help ByuN, as he will have a more biocentric army a little bit earlier. But the Spire is complete, and we don't have that much gas. Late third, true. Late third base, late third gases. We have 5 mutas on the way. We'll see what they can get done. This is a shaky build here. I was expecting Solar to open up these minerals and to take a faster third, but he never did. So just a really late third base for Solar. Oh, look, there's that. Mutas are revealed. Yeah, mutas are revealed. Somewhat of an earlier scout here for ByuN. Towers are being thrown down as we speak. We have a turret at the natural. We have a turret in the main base covering the production. Marines are rallying into the main as well. We have a third turret. And we'll see what the mutas can do. Remember, there's only 5. Yeah, only 5 mutas. They do get a Marine. They get 1. They get, oh, almost 2. They bait out a stim. Medevacs are still not in production. Okay, just now starting. Every stim is hurting. Every stim does hurt. And we'll see where this takes us. We're in a really kind of weird game state where Solar has map control, that is true, but there's a lot that he sacrificed for it. Like, he sacrificed his third. Like, his third base is very late. His saturation is very late. His Evo chambers are delayed. Like, there's a lot that you sacrifice going into mutas like this. We'll see what Solar can get done. It's not over, right? There's still potential for damage. He can still find Metamax and catch units. Speaking of, I guess an SCV. Ooh, the natural is exposed. Yeah, no turret in the mineral line. ByuN being greedy, cutting corners. Does cut corners. Marines are going down. They're getting 5, 6, ooh, 6 SCVs. A bit of a messy escape. Losing 2 meters. But it's keeping ByuN busy. And Solar, he's able to make up for his later expansion. 4th base now on the way. Solar still droning, still saturating. Getting to Lingbane Muta. And ByuN, he's a bit in an awkward place. Like, he can't go for drop play. Can't go for drops. As he moves out, mutas ain't punish. You know about the square? No. It was last season. It was a like brownish map. So far, ByuN is holding his own. Good. How you gonna be trying to check? Ay. It's all good. Solar, he's going to be maxing out. He's still maxing out nothing but mutas. We have the Hive on the way. Hive is on the way. And ByuN is stuck turtling, unfortunately. Like, he's just stuck turtling back at home. He cannot move out. If he moves out, he will die. Like, he will lose everything. So he's just stuck at home until he maxes out. Can he though? Can he max out? So far, nice setup. ByuN, he defends the center base. He's keeping up with the muters. And ByuN should not push. If he pushes, he's going to be caught on creep and he will lose everything. Bearing in mind that Solar has a supply lead. ByuN has to be very careful with this. As he has to back up. And mine shots are going up, but they're not quite connecting. Ooh, oh my god, I spoke too soon. Very nice mine shot. Okay. A nice win there for ByuN. He needed it. He did need that, for sure. As they rotate to the main. Some animation damage. ByuN, is he paying down? Oh, not paying attention. Yeah, the splits are not there, but the mine shots are. Jesus. Yeah, the mine shots are still brutal. They make up for that. A very close trade. Bailey's going for the mineral line. And they, oh my god, they do graze the army, they do graze the SCVs. 10 SCVs going down. As ByuN does hold, you can just see how open this area is. Very open. ByuN is holding, but Solar, he can max out. Can max out. Getting to 3-3-3 upgrades, Adrenal, Ultra production as well. He's getting there. No turrets. ByuN getting abused. He's got turrets. He's got plenty of turrets in the main. Jesus. Again, ByuN's still stuck at home, still building up. Still building up, claiming another expansion, slowly taking the gold. Okay, we'll see if we can get there. See if we can get there as he does punish those meters. Bailey's, they do crash it, they do get some decent connections. And ByuN, he does not split. A lot of Marines do go down. The worst trades out of Solar, going back in. Trying to deny mining. And ByuN is almost max. We spoke about this, right? ByuN, he's stuck at home until he can max out. And he's almost there. Once he does, then he can start pushing. As ideally, ByuN wants to wait for Solar to push into him, wait for Solar to take a bad fight, and then counterattack. For now, though, he's just fighting for his expansions. He's trying to get them up and running. Solar goes back in, takes on the turrets. Oh. Yeah, as Lean Bane does class forward Ultras, they're pushing their way in as well. Again, there's no ghost here. Ultras, they do take down most of the bio, most of the Marines. And ByuN is struggling. ByuN, again, he was being denied mining the entire time. Did not get the gold. The CC went down. And Solar, he's just slowly suffocating ByuN. ByuN just cannot mine, he cannot saturate. He's stuck with a subpar army. And Solar, he should eventually break ByuN. Aside from some crazy mine connections, true. Like, if the Widow Mines, if they can, like, land insanely well, then there's always a chance. Speaking of, mine just going up, they shut down some of the railings. Some, but not all. And Solar, he will just chase them down. Oh my god. Like, the mine shots, they're putting in a lot of work. They're putting in a lot of work, but the base goes down. He'll lose the mineral line. GG gets called, and Solar, he will take a 2-1 lead in the series. And Solar, he's one game away from claiming the tournament. GG. GG, well played. Again, a very cheeky build here by Solar. Solar, he went 2-base muta. He went for a late gas, but he also skipped link speed, or he delayed link speed in favor of a faster lair on 2 bases. And we spoke about it specifically on this map. It is harder to scout because there's no Reaper Cliff into the main. So ByuN, he never got into the main base until the mutas revealed themselves to the Viking, of course. And once that happened, ByuN was stuck at home. He was stuck at home the entire game. He could not move out. He didn't move out, and we spoke about it. He wouldn't be able to move out until he maxed and took a good fight. Never happened. Never did happen, as ByuN was just stuck at home the entire game. GG. GG, well played. With that, we're now getting into our next game. We're going to be getting into Maganatha for game number 4. Let's go. Let us go. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of Maganatha, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the Red Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. Down in the series, we'll see if we can bounce back. We'll see if we can force the ace match. It is ByuN for Shopify. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg player himself representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. Here we go, as ByuN, he once again does revert back to 2 Rax Reaper. Let's go. Let's go. Is going to 2 Rax Reaper. We'll see what he does delve into from here. Oh, that's it. Also, sorry, I was just double checking the map that I was referring to previously. It was Dynasty. That's it. I was trying to think. It was the map pool during the off season of 2024. It was Dynasty. Oh, as this is not 2 Rax Reaper, we're going for 3 Rax Reaper. Let's go, buddy. Let's go. So with this, ByuN is going to double down. Is going to be hyper aggressive. We'll see if Solar can keep up. Up. Likewise, we have more queens on the way. Again, just a standard build here by Solar. Solar, he's aware of the Raxes. He's aware of the 2 Rax Reaper so far, but he might be tempted to expand, right? That's ByuN's hope. ByuN, his hope here is that Solar, he expands, that he responds a little bit too greedily. Attempt to poke in. They attempt to unleash Solar. He's staying on 2 bases. He has not attempted to expand. We have link speeders on the way. He pulls out of gas, so he's not going for a Bane Bust follow-up. And ByuN trying to force his way in, going for the queens. Oh, does overextend for a moment. Takes a lot of hits. Takes a lot of damage. Oh, and he will lose a Reaper. Yeah, ByuN here overextends. Bit of miscontrol out of our Terran. And link speed is almost done. Link speed is almost complete. Yeah, the queens, they rotate. Yeah, Solar, he's shutting this down. Gets another Reaper. Ay, ay, ay. And this is looking bleak here for ByuN. Bearing in mind that ByuN, he delayed his third. He delayed his natural, I should say, for this build. And also delayed his third base, as his third on the way. Lings, they break out. ByuN, he's racing back home. Again, he cannot get add-ons here. He's trying to, but they can be denied. Speaking of links, they make it in. There's too many Reapers, though. Okay. Defends the add-ons. He defends the add-ons, and ByuN, he has some catching up to do. So again, he went for a third base before factory. He knows that he has to recover economically here. These Reapers, they didn't pay for themselves. Essentially, ByuN, he achieved as much damage as he would have with just 2 Rax Reaper. Unless he can force a cancel. Yeah, Lings, they're coming in for a surround. Queens, they zone the army away. And Lings, they will collapse in. Oh, a bit of a juke. Does overshoot. Solar, he overshoots. ByuN, he trades well. So up. There we go. The Jinx by ByuN trading as best he can, as he will lose this army eventually. Oh, never mind. Gets away. Gets away. Very nice control. And punishing Solar. And behind this, ByuN is getting to his own 3 rack setup. Zone 3-1-1. Getting into double upgrades. And we'll see if ByuN can stabilize. Now, the downside of this build that he went for, this follow-up, I should say, is that he has a very late starport. It's a very late starport after the, I mean, he had to float the Raxes back home, but it's a very late starport, so late drop play is going to be available. This means that Solar has the opportunity to drone up faster and drone up even more. Solar, he did see the 3rd CC, so he knows. He's aware. He's aware of how late the factory is and how late the starport is. So he's droning, he's taking his gases. His lair is finishing up, and from here we'll see if he goes into Lingbane Hydro or Lingbane Ultra. See what he goes for. Meanwhile, a bit of a ByuN move out. He's pushing pre-stim. Doesn't get the queen, but a very cheeky maneuver here. It's something that really only ByuN does on a consistent basis, is to push like this before medevacs, before stim, just to catch your opponent off guard. Just because Solar's been droning, but Solar, he holds his own. He deflects nicely. But yes, in the chat, King's Cove was a really popular map for castles, for sure. It was. That was a dark map pool. There were a lot of really large maps. Wait, that was the map pool afterwards. Or before. Jesus. Time blends together. As Billy sims in, where the Zerglings, by the way, Roaches are going down. Very nice trades here from ByuN, but there are too many reinforcements, and Solar, he does hold. Yeah, Roaches, they pop out just in time. Solar, he does deflect. I say deflects. He's committing to Roach Ravager. He never got +1 melee. Solar, he can soon push. And with this, Solar, his goal here is to just end the game. Just end the game before ByuN can stabilize. Remember, ByuN, he was pressured to try to rush into a 3rd base and try to rush into a 3-base economy. But here comes Solar. We'll see as he does the night mining. Behind this Solar, he's just running up. Honestly, Solar, he could just turn this into an all-in and just rally across with a maxed out Roach Ravager army, but Solar's taking. He's taking up instead. He's playing it safe. Infestation Pit into Hive. With range upgrades, we're assuming we're working towards Lurkers, but we'll see if he gets into +2 range. Now Solar just trading. Trading with the Marines. There we go. Hive is on the way. Melee, not okay. Oh, never mind. If you saw for a second there, we had melee on the way. He now starts +2 carapace, cancels melee. But he has a setup to get into Lingbane. And Solar is going to be the first to max out. It is going to be a tough hold for ByuN. Solar's working towards Lingbane Roach Ravager. Baneling speed is on the way. Still bleeding out Marines. And as opposed to other more defensive maps like Tokamak or even Incorporeal at times, these bases here for ByuN are a little more exposed. They're a little more out in the open. And Solar even catching out. Oh no, the Vials! Oh, Vials, they will barely not connect. Okay. Vials don't connect. ByuN gets away. And Solar, he needs a couple more seconds here. Once Baneling speed kicks in, Solar, he can just send it. Solar needs a little bit more time. I mean, ByuN, there's so much pressure on him to just push in. Vials, they connect, tanks are going down, and ByuN, he will lose his position. Unfortunately, he just doesn't really have a standing army to work with. It doesn't feel good, but the correct move would have just been to turtle. Just turtle on up. Even then, it wouldn't have been easy. But ByuN, he will lose all of his tanks, bleed out his bio. Solar, he is still taking, so we're taking now up into Hydras, into Lurkers. Just making sure he's ready for a longer game. I don't think Solar needs to, but he is. Just getting ready in case he needs it. Solar, he maintains map control. There's a world if ByuN can get on top of the Infestors, he can get on top of the Ravagers. Solar, he's not fighting with his entire army. It's a decent fungal. Solar still waiting for his reinforcements. And we'll see if ByuN can stabilize. As we mentioned, like ByuN, he's set up quite nicely here at the third base. SimCity is lacking at the planetary. Oh. Solar's moving in. Dust with the base, forces a cancel on the 5th. But Solar, he hasn't really done much with his army here. He's been posturing a lot over the past couple of minutes. Gets into a mineral line. Because Solar's been spending so much money on tanking, like he's been slowing down his own production. And ByuN, he can trade. A bit of friendly fire with the Vials. Bases are going down. ByuN does lose a mineral line, but he will get some expansions. Losing that mineral line was brutal, though. ByuN, he can't afford that. Slings, they're baiting out some mine shots. ByuN pushing in towards Lurkers. Gets one, gets both. Very nice target firing. Takes down the Lurkers, and has Solar been taking too much? Yeah, the army's left idle. Solar, he's panicking. Bases are going down. And ByuN, not bad. He's not stuck. As Solar moves out, ByuN moves in, and he's just pulling Solar apart. Taking down base after base, expansion after expansion. Again, Solar, he chose not to try to kill ByuN earlier. He chose to tech up into Lurkers, and so far it's been a rocky road here. ByuN, he found an opening. Found an opening. Takes down more bases. Solar been having a hard time defending. ByuN gets his own economy back up and running. And ByuN, he's back in this. Like, okay, let's go. He's back in this game. Going into double Starport, Jesus, triple Starport production. Looks like he's headed towards Liberators. Here, Liberator production has begun. ByuN maxing out. The lurkers are exposed. He gets one. And where's the Ling Bane? The Ling Bane isn't here. The Ling Bane is not here. He can stim on 40, breaks through the lurker line. And it looks like we're going to the ace match here. ByuN, he's so close. Oh my god. The army is heavily overstimmed. Oh my god. Army's overstimmed. Lurker shots going up. Solar, he's holding. He's holding on. Again, a very Marauder heavy composition here. He can tank some lurker shots. Oh, Nidus into the main. Nidus into the main base. Liberators are ready. Nidus is going to be shut down. ByuN can just keep focusing on this push. Just keep moving in. Lurkers trying to reposition. 2 more lurkers go down. 3 more lurkers go down. And Solar, he just doesn't really have much left to work with. Yeah, chat bringing up upgrades. Yes, I mean, the upgrades are lacking here for Solar. As we mentioned, like Solar, he had the potential to try to kill him early and go for an all-in, but he chose not to. He chose to expand, he chose to tech up into Hive and tech up into Lurkers. It was in that moment where he was teching, where he was abused, where ByuN just popped off and killed 2 bases. Solar, he created that opening for ByuN, and ByuN, he went for it. He went for it. And Soul's just being outscaled at this point. It's being outscaled. Vipers are on the way that will help. Marav just going down. Yo, there's the Ghost Academy on the way. It's quite late, but it's on the way. He's getting there. Getting to his ghosts. Solar again, he's lost most of his momentum, most of his edge. Going for another Nidus. This time there's an opening. Okay. Oh, never mind. ByuN notices. He does notice. Does react. Likewise going for the drop on the right hand side, taking down another expansion. Solar desperately just long distance mining, trying to get some kind of economy going. As opposed to how this matchup should be, the Terran has a bank. Like the Terran, he's maxed out and he has a massive bank to work with. Solar, he does not. So he cannot remax after a fight. ByuN can. And ByuN, he has a more efficient army. As he spreads nicely, he takes down another lurker. The Liberators, they pop up. Ghost production has begun. Oof. ByuN even does find some workers. 12 more drones going down. Oh no, the lurkers. Lurkers are exposed, they go down. And Solar's getting desperate. He's just getting desperate here. He's going for one final push across the map. Trying to lunge forward. Lings, they get into the mineral line. They're getting SCVs. Getting a couple of SCVs. Despite the bank, Solar, he could try to end it here and now. This is it. This is his moment. Takes down the mineral line. Getting on top of the production. Catching out Ghost, catching out these 3 units. Lurkers, they zone away the main army. Okay. Solar, he's popping up. Oh no. Ah, never mind. The Ghosts have arrived. He breaks out the lurker contain. Brutal mine shots are going up. Solar, he fought to his last. As that's all that he really had in him. Gets more SCVs though. Okay. Takes down more SCVs, takes down more workers. ByuN, his economy, know what it should be, losing 27 SCVs. We're getting messy. We're getting scrappy. God, the Solar, he still needs mining though. He just wants a base. He just wants an economy. He has more drones, but they're not mining efficiently at all. Bear that in mind. The higher drone count doesn't mean much here if Solar can't mine. Meanwhile, ByuN is calming down. He's calming down. He's taking a more defensive stance. Nice catch with the Liberators. He gets one. Gets one Liberator. Does hit the northern base. Getting another. Oof. Snipes are popping up. Catching up some Hydras. But that's going to be another mineral line. 23 SCVs. Okay. 23 more SCV kills. Gets another mineral line and potentially a CC. Likewise, fighting within range of the lurkers. They're more exposed. 3 lurkers going down. Better traits for ByuN. When it comes to the main army fights, I have to give it to ByuN, but we've seen him a couple of times caught out of position, and he's been losing these fringe bases. ByuN, he also needs a base. And now ByuN has no bank. That bank that he once had is not there anymore. This can still go either way. Can still go either way, Pat. Solar, he has a fresh base. He has a fully fresh base here. That's what's important. Solar, he has mining. ByuN, less so. Floating over CC into the center. Floating over. Still denying mining in the center. He's trying to. Oh. Now, unfortunately, again, because we're so strapped for cash, Solar, he's never, I mean, I don't see him really finding the time to like really invest into any further upgrades to get into 3-3 and catch up. How many Vipers does he have? 2. 2 Vipers, 9 Lurkers. He's moving into the center. He's hoping to at least get the mineral line. That's what matters. Speaking of SCVs, oh, they rally into the Lurkers. SCVs are going down. Zones away the main army. That's going to be 13 workers, and that's all the Solar needs. And they backs up. Okay, comes in, kills workers, retreats. So smart moves here from Solar. What matters is the economy. It's applicable to both players. You can see Solar, he's expecting a counterattack at his fresh mining base. He sees the double drop, he knows. Solar being more proactive. Trying to catch ByuN out. ByuN responds. Solar taking bottom left. Big moves from Solar. Oh. Snipes on the Hydras. Liberator goes down. Solar going for the surround, at least trying to. It shouldn't really work out too well. Yeah, he's diving off of creep. We're still going for it. Yeah, he gets punished. He bleeds out a lot of Ling Bane. This is not it for Solar. But he does get into the middle line. Okay, he gets in. And Bailey's gonna crash on forward. SCVs are going down. Army is heavily overstimmed, and the medevacs are out of energy. Jesus. So when it came to trading with the army, it was worse for Solar, but got the mineral line. Got 9 SCVs. We still got 9 SCVs, and the army is heavily overstimmed. So a bit of a give and take. ByuN muling as much as he can. Solar moving in once again. Getting on top of the mineral lane. Takes down some of the ghosts. Yeah, a couple of ghosts go down. Oh, but where's the Ling Bane? Yeah, where's the Ling Bane? Ghosts are moving in, and GG gets called as Solar. He barely breaks through. Very close fight here in Solar. He will force the GG, and Solar will claim the series 2-1. GG. Whew. GG, well played, Solar. He will claim the series. Very close, very back and forth, very intense, papi. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations to Solar. A very intense final game here. Honestly, could have easily gone to the ace match. Both players had their moments. We saw, if you recall, you're harping on Solar having the advantage in the mid game and choosing to slow things down and tech up. Because he slowed things down, it allowed ByuN to recover. I mean, I say it allowed him to recover. ByuN saw the opportunity to go for drop play, and he was sniping bases, sniping mineral lines. He was being very, very active across the map, and he was able to claw his way back into it. Solar, he was looking down and out, especially against a much more efficient army from ByuN. ByuN was denying bases, but at the same time, so was Solar. That's what it came down to. The fact that both players were starving for cash, starving for money, and towards the end there, ByuN, he did tap out. He did run out of steam. Solar as well was also running out of steam. Very close. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations. As Solar, he will claim it. And ByuN, he'll be dethroned. ByuN, I think at this point, ByuN has the most Sparkling Tuna Cup wins out there. I think he has the most wins out of all players. But so he's typically favored coming into this. But Solar, he pops off. Solar, he does pop off. GG, well played. Hold on, I just want to confirm. Sparkling Tuna Cup, ByuN, he has how many wins? He has 18. Yes, he has the most. Out of all players, he has 18 wins under his belt. 18 wins in Sparkling Tuna Cup. But Solar does bring him down. Congratulations to Solar, winning his second Tuna Cup. Winning his second cup. The second dong one. GG, well played. Congratulations. Whew, very, very intense finals here. Doesn't quite go all the way to the ace match. I was hoping that we could go all the way, that we could go the distance. Regardless, congratulations, and I hope you all enjoyed. Yourselves as well. If you did enjoy the tournament, if you want to support the Sparkling Tuna Cup, you can do so a couple different ways. But of course, the biggest way here is via Patreon. Oh, also, is this not updated? This went to the ace match. Sorry, I'll update the bracket here. Bam. There we go. So when it comes to this event, as you can see, you can actually see the Patreon goal just under the bracket on the right-hand side. Bottom right hand side of the screen, you can see that currently we earn 472 USD a month out of the goal of 500, and 100% of that money goes towards the players. It all goes towards the players. It all goes towards specifically the prize pool of our tournaments. So, un momento. As exclamation mark Patreon in the chat if you want to help support us. Bam. As you can see here, these are tournaments, the tournaments that we host on a regular basis. On my right hand side, we have Sea Duckling Open, Sparkling Tuna Cup, and Master Swan Open. We run 3 tournaments on a regular basis. Sea Duckling Open and Master Swan Open, those are monthly tournaments, and Sparkling Tuna Cup is a weekly open tournament, open to all. The other 2 are restricted by MMR for more amateur players and up-and-coming players. But again, all 3 of those events are funded via Patreon, so if you want to support us, if you want to support those tournaments, you can do so via Patreon as well. The current next goal is to boost the prize pool of Sparkling Tuna Cup even further, and I believe the next goal after that is to start paying casters and start paying admins. That's the next goal after the current one. So one day, well, we'll get there. So thank you so much for all the support that we've gotten from our patrons. Thank you so much. Of course, we do hand out replay packs to our Patreons and to our Twitch subscribers as well, so there are benefits that you do gain. Likewise, we also have the scrolling Patreon list during our end screen and start screen and break screen as well. So if you want to support us, you can do so there. Otherwise, even just just watching. Even just watching is support as well. So thank you so much for all the support. Again, we've been running a Sparkling Tuna Cup for many years at this point, for 103 editions, and here's to another 103. True. Here's to getting up to 200, baby. 200. Ay. So again, we're running Tuna Cup for a very long time. Just very quickly here, just because we have a lot of people, there is a story behind our tournament. One, I mean, as you can see, we're very fond of using aquatic creatures as mascots for our tournaments. We have our duckling, the swan, we have the tuna. We also have another tournament that is on hiatus, which is the platypus. We have the Grand Platypus Open, which used to be our weekly Oceanic tournament. It was region locked to players from Oceania and Southeast Asia. But over the years, the scene has shrunk to the point where it's not really viable to run those tournaments anymore. We used to run them on a regular basis, not anymore. But we did have some lovely platypus emotes and platypus mascot that we used to use. Nowadays, again, that's kind of on the back burner. Maybe we bring it back one day. For now, we have the tuna, the duck, and the swan. And if you're curious, I'm sure many of you are already aware, but there's a story behind the tuna itself. This was originally the replacement of Alima League. If you remember, Alima League was a weekly Korean tournament. So weekly Korean tournaments back in the day, they used to run on a regular basis, also funded via Patreon, and eventually it stopped. Eventually it died out, and Sparkling Tuna Cup was meant to take its place in a way, to kind of fill that role of Alima League. And as a reference to that, the tuna is a reference to ByuN. ByuN, he's the tuna Terran. He's Dongwon, of course. Dongwon is his name, and is a brand of canned tuna in Korea. That's why his nickname is the tuna Terran. Este Dongwon, baby. So that's why we decided to make the mascot a tuna. And Sparkling Tuna Cup, the 3 letters there, the initials of that, STC, is a reference to the STC, who's a Korean Terran player. So again, the name itself, the mascot, all reference to the Korean scene in one way or another, in reference to Alima League, who also, of course, was run by Ollie, did have its roots in Axiom Esports, which also has its roots with the STC and with ByuN as well. So it all kind of ties together with Axiom, with Ollie, with ByuN, with the STC, with everyone involved. Of course, we have our roots tied with Axiom when it comes to Crank. That's why we're the Cranky Ducklings, because of Crank J1 Choi, who was the captain of Axiom back in the day. So it all ties together. But yeah, that's how we got around to eventually Sparkling Tuna Cup. Beautiful. All the references, baby, all the references. But yeah, with that, thank you so much for the support. Thanks so much for watching, and shout out to all the players as well. We had some amazing matches here. If you missed out, I highly recommend the VODs. Check out the semifinal. Solo versus Showtime was a banger as well. ByuN versus Creator, and of course all the other competitors here. So GG, well played. Again, if you want to check out the VODs, exclamation mark YouTube in the chat. We do upload to YouTube on a daily basis, and we co-stream. We stream on Twitch and we stream on YouTube. Twitch, they no longer support VODs, unfortunately, so VODs, they eventually get deleted on Twitch, which is why we stream on YouTube at the same time. And VODs, they're all there. They're all on YouTube, so you can watch it there. So if you see something that we cast that you want to watch live, and if you can't watch it live, then hey, you can check out the VODs. Check out the VODs. Very quickly, when it comes to our weekly schedule, bam, you can see here, this week it was a little bit of a leaner week, so I do apologize for that. Typically, we're live once a day, at least. Once a day, every single day. Typically, even twice a day, which we had a decent amount of coverage this week, but we had Wednesday off. Not of my own volition, I was unwell. I was a little bit sick unfortunately this week, so I wasn't in condition to cast. But next week, we have a very busy week. So quickly going over our schedule with our Google Calendar. Tomorrow, we're going to be live in 10 hours. We're going to be live in 10 hours time with what? With StarCraft Evolution. I do apologize for the SE Evo fans in the chat. We used to cast a lot more StarCraft Evolution, but we've just been so busy with Homestory Cup and EWC and RSL and Euthermal's 2v2 circuit. Like, we've been so busy with everything else, we just haven't had the time to cover much StarCraft Evolution. It's a mod in StarCraft that pits SE2 and Brood War against each other. It's a really fun mod, and a lot of players are now dedicating a little bit more time to it because we're in the off season of EWC. So a lot of players are dedicating more time, and we haven't been able to cover any of the championship yet. The championship began like 2 weeks ago. It is kind of like the big event for StarCraft Evolution, but we are going to be casting SC Evo in 10 hours, and we're going to be covering the entirety of the round of 16 group stage. So we're going to be featuring players like Tasia, like Classic, like Spirits, like ByuN, like Creator, like Shin, and many others. It's very Korean heavy. It's very Korean heavy in the round of 16. If you haven't been watching as of late over the past 2 months, you might think I misspoke. Like Tasia, what? Yeah, Tasia, he's playing again. He started competing like almost 2 months ago, and we have been covering him, we've been casting him. But Tasia, he's back only in StarCraft Evolution. He is not back in StarCraft 2. Like, he's not competing in StarCraft 2 tournaments. He is competing in SE Evo tournaments. So it's been a lot of fun to see Tasia competing again. ByuN, the SCC, he's back. He's also competing. We just made reference to him, but he's also back as well, and many others. So it's been fun to cover it, and again, that's going to be in 10 hours. If you are less interested in SE Evo, more in SE2, we're going to be live in less than 24 hours with the Wardy TV Monday. So we have Wardy TV Monday and SE Evo tomorrow. We have SE Evo on Tuesday and OC King of the Hill. We have Pegasus Cup on Wednesday. We have SE Evo on Thursday and Friday, and the Pondcast and Lil League Cup. Again, we're live twice a day, every day this week. Like this upcoming week, we're going to be very busy. Twice a day, every single day. We cast more StarCraft than any other channel out there, more than Wardy, more than Steadfast, more than anyone else. We have the quantity, and we have a little bit of the quality as well. We do what we can. We do our part. We do what we can. When it comes to other big events around the corner, RSL, the Revival StarCraft League Season 2, it's right around the corner. That's also going to begin soon. And we have Maestros of the Game, which is the big French offline tournament that's happening as well. So there's also Home Story Cup at the end of the year, and there is also S2 Safe House, the StarCraft 2 Safe House, which is like the Home Story Cup of NA. That's also, I think, in October, right? It's also like next month as well. There's just a lot happening. there's a lot of, and there's also SC Evo. There's a lot of StarCraft. There's more StarCraft that we can cast, right? Like there's, even if we did cast twice a day every day like we usually do, there's still even more StarCraft to cover. There's just so much StarCraft going on. As always, we do our best to keep up. I will say that because we're in the off season and because there are other things happening IRL at the moment, after this next week, I do want to slow things down to like casting once a day instead. Like one cast a day sort of thing is kind of what I want to slow down to for a little bit. Just for a little bit though, just for a little bit during the off season, for like September, October sort of period in StarCraft. So just as a heads up, if you see things slowing down a little bit, that's going to be intentional moving forward, coming into like September, October kind of like era of StarCraft. We'll see though, we'll see. Like, I always say that it's going to be like a leader month, and it never is, but I do want to try to rest a little bit post EWC. Want to try. Yeah. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Thank you for the support. So I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. I hope you all had a great time. The Destination Turtle Tussle is also on hiatus. True. Yes, I almost forgot. We have the Turtle Tussle. That's on hiatus for only a little bit, though. I think currently we are planning to bring back the Turtle Tussle in October. That's my unofficial announcement. I think it's like around October. It'll be coming back. We're gonna get there. The SEC was the first Terran I saw fake a drop. Let's go. Let's go. Beautiful to hear. 4 games late. He finally gets a cursing enemy. True. But with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. With that, we're going to be heading off for the time being. Stick around. We're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. Let's have a look here. Who is live? I know that Wardy, he's hosting his Summer Championship. I know he's organizing that. What else is going on at the moment? Steadfast, he's covering... I think he's covering SC Evo replays. Oh, we could just raid Enki. True. Yeah, we'll give Enki some love, man. We'll give him some love. For those who don't know, Enki, he is one of the Ducklings, but he is a Spanish Duckling. El Hermoso, papi, El Hermoso. He's a Spanish caster. So give him some love. Even if it isn't your native language, he's a great guy. Does a lot of work. He is the Spanish caster out there as well. He casts everything in Spanish. Very hard work ethic. So yeah, I'm sure you can enjoy some SE Evo. True. You can enjoy it, papi. You can enjoy it. check him out, give him some love. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Ciao, papi, ciao. See you next time. See you tomorrow for some StarCraft Evolution League Championship content. See you tomorrow.